Hello, this is Greg Allison from Green Greg's on 8 September 2020. And I'm coming to you from my radish patch. Greg, them aren't radishes behind you. No, they're not now. I did plant radishes here in the spring, and the radishes got done, and I didn't plant anything else. Well, look what come up in great full fury. This is Korean Perilla. This is a mint. Now, I automatically knew I had a mint here, and this has been coming up around for a couple of years. One way to tell this particular mint, break off the stem of this, or I can maybe just show you. Mint grows where the leaves, each successive layer rotates like 90 degrees. So they grow by leaves, a leaf each direction, and rotate like this. And if you look down this leaf, you can see that pattern. This is characteristic of all mints. Another thing that's characteristic of mints is they have these stems that are square. They have a square stem. And mints also usually have aromatic oils that are used for oil therapy of various types, aromatherapy and different medicinal purposes. Now, this comes in many different shades. This Korean Perilla has some that's totally green. You can see this is purple on the bottom. Now you can eat this as a vegetable, but I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. It tastes like licorice. Yeah, it tastes like licorice. It's a very distinct, very licorice type flavor. But this is a vegetable. Now, the hard thing about this mint is if I were to pick it to take it to the farmer's markets, the leaves would wilt fast. Or maybe if I put it in water. I might try that. But here is growing wild, an invasive species here in North America, quite widely. The downside is it's toxic to cattle. We humans can eat it. We can eat it for a vegetable. But it is toxic to cattle and ruminants, horses. You don't want goats eating, I don't believe. And this has some pretty flowers. Butterflies love it. These flowers are just starting to come out. See how purple they are? And not all of them have the purple tints. These have purple stems, what's going here. They have the purple undersides. And it has the advantage that you could actually use this. These are pretty big. Because they're big and soft on the underside. You know, I'd hate to use a vegetable for this, but there's so much of it, and if it is in short supply, guess what? You can use it for toilet paper. Yeah. So remember, I did mention the Oakleaf Hydrangea made the best wild toilet paper in my area. Well, this one also could be used as a toilet paper. Those hairy undersides of these leaves, it will pick things up rather nicely, shall I say, if you needed to. Now, personally, I haven't used this for that application. I'm just saying that this would work. Now in the wintertime, you just might be stuck with sticks. Yeah, and sticks make some rough toilet paper, right? But tree bark, yeah, that's kind of rough too usually. But this can be, these can be dried and made for a tea. You can fry them fresh. You can pick them and fry them up. I've seen more people fry them. Soups and stews, they're real popular in fish stews. They make seeds. The seeds make a highly nutritious cooking oil. One of the most popular garnishments in Japan is from this. And they like to use it as an antidote for fish and crab allergies. Yeah, to treat fish and crab allergies. Like I said, it's toxic to cattle. Some people call it wild sesame. You harvest the seeds in the autumn. Well, we're still here in late summer right now. And then you let them dry. And so it's an interesting plant. Its leaves have rich in vitamin A, C, and riboflavin. This stuff grows, and well, it's got calcium. It's got niacin. It's got a lot of other. It's rich in fiber in general. And when I first saw this, I was kind of confused by the licorice taste, and I looked up licorice mints, and I came across there is a mint that's known as a licorice mint, and that's not this. It's called a threadleaf mint that grows in the southwest, or also known as Mexican hyssop. Well, it don't look anything like this, but that's what's normally referred to as licorice mint. And that is licorice, let's see, it's called Herbaceous. Of all these mints in the mint family is Lamacea. They're all Lamacea. Some of them are referred to as a hyssop. This is not one of them. But you know, other mints include things like basil, menthe, rosemary, sage, savory, major gem, oregano, of course your hyssop, thyme, lavender, and of course this perilla. Did you know that the tree teak is a mint? So for me, originally this was a mystery mint. I even thought maybe it was, see now, a couple of the mint families are known as Agastache. And there's an Agastache for Nicholas that grows in the north. It looks a lot like this, but the leaves are a little more narrow. It may also have kind of a licoricey flavor. And there's another Korean mint. It's called Korean mint, and it's also Agastache rugosa. Now, the leaves on it look a lot like these. They're also kind of broad, but that mint is really, it has not spread widely in North America yet, maybe up around Maryland some. But all these mints are edible. Now, I'm told I have heard many herbalists say that all plants with the leaves that do this and square stems are mints. All mints are edible. Now, I've seen some blowback on that, claiming there are exceptions. Maybe the teak tree is an exception. Haven't seen a teak tree grow, but it does have oil that makes the wood very robust. I've seen the wood from teak trees used in piers, kind of like cypress around here, or cedar. Now, another thing to know about this mint is that, or mints in general, is that even if there's some exceptions, I think having both the bi leaves that alternate 90-degree patterns like little crosses coming up the stem with a square stem, if you have that and the square stem and an aromatic oil top to it, that it's probably a mint. Now there is a weedish looking mint looking plant here that has the leaf pattern, and the it has seed pods that are kind of like these but shorter. The leaves a little bit more sparse, and it's got like no aromatic flavor to it. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that's not a mint, just because it don't have that oil to it. Now, just to show you something else, I do have my little rattlesnake beans growing up here. It's almost dark. I had to work today. Today is Tuesday. My rattlesnake beans are coming up quite fast. You know, even though this is late summer, some of them I need to trail. Some of them going the wrong way. They're attacking my mint. See, they're all doing well. They're all coming up real nicely. And this mint, look at this. Give you an idea how tall this can grow. This is, to me, you know, chest high. This is over my waist, over my belly button. This is, and right here, you know, this is, this particular plant here is extremely high. This is a little bit abnormal in height for this mint, but it can grow really tall, just to give you an idea. But it's a really nice plant, has a real nice flavor, and the butterflies love it. So, and the seeds make a good oil. So I just thought I would share with you my mystery mint. Now that I know this Korean perilla. So all this is edible. This grows food better than a lot of vegetables I plant because it grows so much, and it grows wild and chokes the weeds out for the most part. Can't beat that. So, isn't that amazing? I will probably strike some of this and plant some radish here, because this is probably kind of hard to sell, unfortunately. So I'll plant some radish here, but I may leave a little bit of this, but it seems to come up on its own quite well. Anyway, so please subscribe to my channel, bang the update notification bell. This is part of my series of wild edibles. Even though this is an invasive species, it's everywhere, pretty much around North America. And it is one of the things that you can eat prodigiously. And it has a lot of other benefits, not to mention just the flavor is awesome. It's that licorice flavor. I mean, it's like candy in a sense, if you like licorice. You can make teas out of it. Pot pourri. Oh, this will be interesting in soups and stews. But I've seen where people fried it. I mean, like I say, you can steam it. It's a vegetable. It's awesome. We got lots of it. Grand Perilla. It's getting dark, but I thought you'd enjoy this video. So it's a proposition of my channel to help you survive, thrive, and stay out of the hive. And that's part of what this series is about. Let me get out here more in the light where you can see me better. So got some, you can see there some of my American selling. And here the cicadas singing and getting loud. That's what happens right here in late summer. You know, we have frogs and crickets and katydids, cicadas, always something singing around here. Step over all this stuff. Well, now you want to see too well here. I'll come back more in the light here a little bit. So you can help my channel by not only subscribing and sharing my videos widely, but you can still plant some things, especially greens, turnip greens, carrots, in a lot of places, mustard greens, lettuce. So you can still get seeds, and I would get seeds for next year now, because if Greg goes down, you may not be able to get them. You need everything that you're going to need ahead of time, just in case. That would be a smart move. You might want to buy extra in case you have to take care of your neighbors too. So they're growing their own food. If you can barter with them some seeds for some labor, or maybe cut a deal to share a crop of their yards, you might keep them from eating you or eating you out of house and home. So seeds are going to be very vital. When you bug out, seeds are easy to carry. Just takes a little bit to plant them and grow food, but a little seed returns a whole lot of extra food. Just don't do it instantly. But over time, it's well worth the effort. Seeds are more valuable than what most people realize these days. I did a video about the Cherokee and how much they valued seeds. So keep that in mind. It is a very vital thing, seeds are. And Truly Market's a great source of heirloom seeds. So check my link below on that. Also, better stock up on food right now. We got shortages coming. So consider, you can get through My Patriot Supply. No, my link to My Patriot Supply is Prep with Greg. Go to prepwithgreg.com, prepwithgreg.com, and you get 4 weeks worth of good meals, 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, for $100 off. And at this moment, now it can change, it'll be subject to change, but at this moment that I'm speaking of, when I last checked a few minutes ago, it was like $197 and some odd cents. That's incredible. 25 years storage food. And it's easy to carry around in a little carrying bucket. Hey, that's an awesome deal. Buy as many as you can while you can. I'm expecting those prices to go up too, because food prices, I think are really going to go up. Guess what? You know, we're getting snow in Colorado. I need to do a video on that. Anyway, thank you for watching.